Why are you and I deficient in potassium? There's a high likelihood that we're deficient, and I'll tell you why. In this video, I'm going to go over some foods that all of us should be eating more of in order to get our normal potassium levels. We're not talking about supplementation, we're talking about just normal. The average person should be taking about 4,700 milligrams of potassium per day. Now, to give you an equivalent idea of that, if you were to take your hand, make a fist, and that size steak, just of your fist, is probably between 300 to 400 milligrams of potassium. And that's assuming that that meat came from a grass-fed animal and grass-finished. So this is the healthiest animal you could possibly eat. And even then, you're falling very short of the amount of potassium that we should be getting in our diet. So let's go over some of the foods that have high levels of potassium. And if you eat a wide variety of foods, very likely you won't have to supplement. By the way, I'll put a supplement down in the description from Amazon if you want to look and see if it's right for you, if you're not going to eat these foods, either because of a dietary restriction, or you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to follow a particular diet that does not include these foods. Nonetheless, regardless of what diet you're following, you need potassium to be healthy, and we'll go over that at the end of why. But let's cover the foods. Apricots are probably top of the list in terms of the dried fruits. So you can get any type of dried fruit, such as raisins or prunes and things like that. All dried fruit pretty much will be having a lot of potassium in it, but apricots would be kind of the top. Avocados, apples, oranges have a lot of potassium. This is why people that are following, for example, a keto diet should be eating avocados. A person who's following a diet where 70% of your calories are coming from fat, you're gonna have to find ways to eat enough fat, but you need to have potassium. So avocados would be the top of the list if you're trying to follow, for example, a keto diet. Bananas traditionally are thought of as having a lot of potassium. They're not the highest level, but they do have enough potassium, but some people don't want to eat those because of the fructose. I get it, but if you're metabolically healthy, bananas are an easy source. And the reason I say that is because I'm a cyclist. When I go ride my bike, I can't bring an avocado with me, but a banana is very, very convenient. Spinach, kale, broccoli, these are leafy greens that have a tremendous amount of potassium. Carrots, potatoes, pumpkin, sweet potatoes have a lot of potassium in it. Think of anything that's orange that came from the ground is going to have a lot of potassium, assuming that the potassium was inside the soil, because that's where the root vegetables are going to get that from. For example, beets have a lot of potassium, or beetroot has a lot of potassium. Fish, chicken breasts, these are animal foods that have a lot of potassium. Yogurt has potassium, but interesting enough, something that most people don't think about that's become popular recently is coconut water. And the reason why coconut water is so popular is because endurance athletes, long distance runners, long distance cyclists, long distance rowers, it's common knowledge you have to hydrate, but a lot of times just drinking plain water will help you with hydration, but it doesn't replace all the electrolytes and minerals that we're losing in sweat, such as potassium, magnesium, sodium, calcium, that type of thing. Coconut water has a lot of potassium in it. So people are finding that when you ride long distances in the heat or do long runs, a lot of times people will get cramps in their muscles, and the coconut water really helps those individuals. So coconut water is a very popular thing. Black and white beans. A lot of beans have potassium. This is the reason why the Mediterranean diet is considered one of the healthiest diets, is because it has a lot of potassium in the foods that are very common in that. So let's cover some deficiencies that people will feel when you're low in potassium. Constipation is one. If you're constipated, there could be many reasons for that. One could be that you are low in potassium. Heart palpitations, because potassium is necessary for proper muscle contractions. We tend to think of muscle contractions as, our arm muscles and leg muscles is contracting, but our heart is contracting as well. So if you're getting heart palpitations, it could be a deficiency of potassium. Fatigue, muscle pain, muscle weakness, muscle spasms of our skeletal muscles are common. Like I said, if you're an endurance athlete and you're pushing your body in hot weather and you're sweating a lot, you have to replace the electrolytes. Now, the only time that you really don't want to take a potassium supplement or eat foods high in potassium is if you have long-term chronic kidney disease, very bad kidney disease, because the kidneys are responsible for balancing the sodium and the potassium. And if they're impaired and can't remove the potassium or the sodium from your body, then you don't want to start eating a high potassium diet or even taking supplements, because then your potassium would get too high and you could have just as bad effects. So as far as I'm concerned, if a person has high blood pressure, they have constipation, they have heart palpitations, they have muscle cramping, they have weakness of the muscles, fatigue, these are all signs of a potassium deficiency. And so prior to starting any supplementation, I would try to get someone to eat more foods. But let's face it, a lot of times people don't want to eat these foods I mentioned because they think they have too many carbohydrates, or they don't like the taste of the foods, or they're worried about the oxalates, or they have chronic kidney disease. So then you're stuck just doing what your doctor tells you, which is take the medications and hope for the best. But a lot of times these doctors don't tell you, well, what do you eat when you have that? So you have to ask them what their advice is. My advice would be to try to become as healthy as possible so that you never are in this situation. However, if a person is having these symptoms, it's a good clue, and you can always get blood tests or do other tests, but it's worth trying eating healthier foods that are high in potassium to see if they help you. My name is Dr. Story. I've been a doctor of chiropractic for over 28 years here in California, and I've helped people holistically for this period of time try to get healthy, try to become a healthy person such that their body doesn't hurt emotionally, chemically, and physically. So it's a total holistic package of trying to get someone better and to improve their health. And I've been doing this a long time. So if you have a question, we do phone or Zoom consultations in addition to seeing patients in my office. So we have scheduled times for doing that. It's limited time. So if you'd like to do that, there's a link down below in the description where it's got all my information, my website, my phone number, all those things, as well as our address. Lastly, in this video series of YouTube, there is a section right below the video. You'll see it says join. I have 3 tiers of membership. So if you want to support my channel, you get some extra perks if you're a member. You could read the different levels and decide which one's right for you. There's no pressure, but I do appreciate it to support the channel so I could spend my lunch hour doing these videos for you. Then, if you don't want to do that, there's also a Patreon account. Again, in the description, you could just click that and donate whatever you like. Help me out, because I do these things on my off time. So I appreciate you watching my channel, and if you have any comments, you can leave them down in the description, because every YouTuber at the end of their video says, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. But it does help the algorithm, and if there's anybody that you think needs this information or maybe has symptoms where you think they would benefit from it, just go ahead and send this video to them, either through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want to do. I do appreciate you doing that.